The morning sun rises over a quiet Filipino village, painting the sky in orange and gold. Amidst the chatter of roosters and motorbikes, a young boy named Miguel, barely 12, walks through the narrow streets with a wooden box hanging from his shoulder. Inside, a few rusty tools, screwdrivers, pliers, wrenches, clink with each step. It's not much, but it's how he earns a few pesos every day to help his mother. Miguel lost his father in an accident at the construction site 2 years ago. Since then, his mother, who washes clothes for neighbors, struggles to make ends meet. The boy learned quickly that life is not easy, but he also learned to smile through the pain. Whenever he's tired or hungry, he hums his favorite songs, and somehow the hunger fades for a while. He doesn't have a phone, but music videos play from small TVs at the local Sari Sari store. Miguel stands outside for hours, studying singers like Bruno Mars and Ed Sheeran, copying their movements, memorizing their words. But his real inspiration is his mother. She often tells him, "Miguel, your voice is your gift. One day, the world will hear it." One evening, while walking home from the marketplace, Miguel sings to himself, a soulful version of "You Raise Me Up." A tourist hears him, stops, and records the moment on his phone. The video goes viral overnight. Millions watch the clip titled, "Poor Boy Singing Like an Angel in the Streets." A month later, a miracle happens. Miguel and his mother receive a call from an international number. A producer from America's Got Talent invites him to audition. They can't believe it. The journey to America is long, but local people raise funds to send Miguel and his mother there. As Miguel steps on the AGT stage, the lights nearly blind him. Simon Cowell looks up, curious, and asks, "What will you sing today, Miguel?" The boy answers shyly, "I'll sing for my mom." Then he begins to sing, a slow, pure, heart-piercing rendition of "You Raise Me Up." His voice fills the theater with emotion. By the time he hits the final note, even Simon's usual stern face softens. The audience rises in thunderous applause. The sound of applause echoes through the AGT hall like a storm. Miguel stands frozen, breathing heavily, his eyes wide as the audience screams his name. His mother, watching from backstage, clutches her chest as tears pour down her face. She had seen her son sing to the stars back home, but never like this. This time, the stars are real, shining spotlights above a stage he never imagined standing on. The judges sit in stunned silence. Simon Cowell leans forward, speechless, and then says softly, "Miguel, I've heard thousands of singers, but something in your voice, it comes from the soul." Heidi Klum wipes her tears. Howie Mandel nods, "You made us feel every word. You didn't just sing, you told your life story." The audience begins chanting, "Miguel, Miguel, Miguel." Miguel can barely hold back his tears. He glances at his mother backstage, who mouths, "I'm proud of you." Suddenly, Sofia Vergara rises from her seat, smiling through tears. "You know what," she says, "I think this moment deserves something special." She slams her hand down on the golden buzzer. A wave of gold confetti rains down from the ceiling. Miguel gasps, looking up at the glittering shower. His knees buckle as emotion overwhelms him. The music swells, the crowd cheers louder, and Sofia runs to the stage, hugging him. Moments later, his mother rushes in and wraps her arms around her trembling son. The stage is covered in gold, not from money, but from dreams. The boy who once sold tools is now showered in gold because of his voice. Cameras flash, judges clap, and Simon smiles warmly, saying, "Miguel, you just changed your life. Forever." Miguel whispers to his mom, "Mom, I did it, we did it." She holds his face and says, "No, Hio, God did it through you." This scene ends with Miguel looking up at the golden lights, tears on his cheeks, whispering a prayer of gratitude. Days after the golden buzzer moment, Miguel's story spreads across the world. News channels headline, "Filipino boy who sold tools wins America's heart." Talk shows, magazines, and even celebrities share his clip. Miguel becomes a global symbol of hope, proof that dreams can grow even in the poorest places. But despite all the attention, he stays humble. During an interview, a reporter asks, "What does this moment mean to you?" Miguel smiles shyly, "It means I can finally make my mom proud. And maybe other kids will believe they can, too." Back in his village, people gather around old televisions to watch the replay. Kids cheer every time they see the confetti fall. Neighbors cry, proud that one of their own stood on the world's biggest stage. Miguel's mother keeps the old wooden toolbox on a shelf, a reminder of their humble beginnings. At the AGT semifinals, Miguel returns to the stage wearing a neatly pressed white shirt, his hair combed perfectly. He looks stronger, more confident, but still gentle. This time, he sings an original song he wrote about his journey, titled, Voice of the Streets. As he sings, video clips of his childhood play in the background, barefoot Miguel walking with his toolbox, helping his mother, singing under the moonlight. By the end, the audience is in tears again. Simon stands up and says, "Miguel, your voice reminds us why we love music. You don't sing to impress, you sing to heal." When the camera zooms in on Miguel's face, he smiles and says softly, "For every kid selling on the street, don't stop dreaming. Your voice can change your life." The screen fades to black with a single message. Sparkles, from tools to triumph, dreams do come true.